Yes, family, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, man. So today is gonna be a fun day. Yeah, man. So as you can see, Lynn bought me this compound bow about 2 years ago. So never really use it, you know. Practice here and there, but no real skills when it comes to shooting. So I decided I was gonna take a legitimate archery class. Alright, so my instructor will be here, you know, in about a half an hour or so. And we're gonna learn how to shoot this bow properly. So I have 6 lessons to do. Alright, so this should be fun. So I have my bow, I have my arrows. This is an arm guard to protect my arm. So I have 2 of these. Right, and then I have my tab, right, and this is just to hold the arrow so it don't mess up my fingers during the release. So I'm gonna show me how to use all these tools that I have. All right, yeah, man. And then this is another tool where you can use to do a longer pull. All right, yeah. So when you stay tuned, you know, this will be a fun time. All right, I always want to learn a new skill. This will be a new skill, and maybe in the future we'll do some hunting, you know, probably do some hunting later on once we master this. All right, so you know what I say, jack of all trades, master of none. All right, every day you wake up, learn something new. All right, so stay tuned to the channel and see how this thing goes down. Should be a lot of fun. All right, see you guys shortly.
So I'm going to go over a couple of things. I'm going to start with our shot process. Okay, so our shot process, start out with stance. Okay, stance is our feet are shoulder width apart. Your shoulders are on top of your feet. Okay, and then we're going to set up an open stance. What that means is I'm going to take. You can come over here so that you see a little bit better. I'm just setting up in my right-handed stance. Where if I'm going to take this foot, I'm going to slide it back about 3 inches, angle it into the target about 25 degrees. Angle this foot in about 10. What this does is it opens up my chest to the target. Whereas if I was here, I would have to coil and rotate my body, and then I would have all this stress on my hips and my back to address the target in my neck so that I can see it. So I'm setting up open stance right here. The second step in the shot process is knock, where I take my arrow, put on my arrow rest, pull back to a click. Make sure it is square with the shelf, no line. Okay, the next one is hook and grip. Where this one I have a caliper tool. Okay, so this is my bow. But for you, it's going to be 3 fingers, 1 finger above, 2 fingers below. Using the first group of fingers on your knee. Okay, pinky and my thumb are touching together. That's my hook. My grip is I'm making a Y with my hand. The force of the bow should be just inside my lifeline right here. Pressure point right there. I'm not really gripping it too hard. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to remove any like human error possible. So I'm naturally allowing the bow to hold it. So when I release it, it's just okay. That's my hook and grip. Set my posture and alignment. I'll raise my bow, draw my arms into Q shape, and I maintain this shape through draw, okay, my finger is then finding the right, next finger touching on the and then I'm going to transfer my weight, my arms into my skeletal structure, trying to create a straight line, my front arm, back arm. Aim down, shot the arrow. When I follow through, I maintain where my hands were. That's called my follow through. And then I assess myself. That's called my feedback. Okay? A couple things we need to keep in mind. We are going to stay behind the shooting line. Go to order to do so. When we are at a range, it's good practice to maintain a hot range and cold range, in case you've been at firing ranges before, it's the same thing, where we do ranges hot, ranges cold. And then dry firing, okay? If you have a arrow in your bow, all the energy from your bowstring is going into the arrow. If there's no arrow, then all that energy would go into the limbs and it can damage the bow, okay? So you're doing that with a rifle, it's just click. That's it. The bow has energy, okay? And if all that energy comes there, shakes it.
With no arrow in it.
Yeah, if there's no arrow in it, all that force goes into the limbs. It doesn't go anywhere. Okay? Yeah. And the bullet, the propulsion is the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
So with the bow, the energy stays. We don't want that. And then last thing, the two safe directions that we fire our arrow are down at the ground and down range. You aim it up at the sky, and come down at you. Okay? And the only other thing that when we're setting up a range, we just are sure that there's no one else in the area. Normally I would put out like a sign or something and say, do not access this area or no trespassing. If there's anyone shooting, if there's any risk of harm of anyone else, then we would stop firing.
Right.
Oh, it's a bluebird. Very nice.
Yeah, I get a lot of birds.
Yeah, very nice. All right. You've been doing this a little bit, so that's awesome. I just went over my little briefing, and then I'm gonna just watch for right now, and then if there's anything that I see that is unsafe, I will let you know immediately. Otherwise, we'll work out a couple things and we'll grind on things together. All right. So whenever you're ready, the range is hot. So scoot your hand down. There you go. Yep, good. And then the outer thing is going to face away. And then this arrow is actually going to sit on top of this right here. That's your arrow. So we're going to scoot upwards, and then we're going to make sure that the arrow is parallel with this arrow rest right here. Okay? This is actually a not locator bead. So what that does is it tells you where you're not. But these ones are kind of made of a silicone rubber type thing, so they don't really stay in place. Okay. So we're just going to eyeball it. If you want to make one real, like professional, then I have a couple ones that are brass, and then we just clamp it on and we call it a day. But this one just moves, so I can't trust it. It's good to know. Yeah. There you go. Looks good. So the index finger is going to touch the corner of your mouth. Index finger, the tip of the index finger is touching the corner of your mouth. Okay? So it's your index finger above is on the string, and then your middle finger and your ring finger are below the arrow. So we're gonna take that one. Yep, there you go. And scoot this down a little bit so that it's just right next to the arrow. Perfect. Go ahead and raise your bow. Pull. Corner of your mouth. Good. All right. Try another one. So with that, I'm going to do one of two things. The index vein is always going to point away from the bow, because if it's pointing towards the bow, this is the index vein. So if it's facing this way, what it does is it bounces off against the rest right here. What we want to happen is we want this vein to come, and then it drops this rest right there, so it reduces drag. Good. grouping. So all your arrows are going to the same spot. And I love working with groupings because we can fix groupings. We can't fix when arrows are all over the place. Let's do one more. Down, and then we'll do range is cold.
Range is cold.
All right. So when we pull arrows, we always hit the side. Because if we pull an arrow out and if we jerk it and it comes back, we'll grab our arrow, high five it, take our hand, grab as close as we can to the arrow as possible. So it's here, pull.
Yeah, there's it.
He's locked, tummy tucked, shoulders back, one straight line. Okay? Let's work on that. See how that works. Okay? Range is hot whenever you're ready. That back foot into the target about 10 degrees. Into the target about 10 degrees. So you're going to angle it over this way. So about right there. There you go. Yep. No, unlearning is hard, right?
Yeah. I was just getting ready to close my eyes too.
So set your feet first. Okay. Good. Stance is the first step. We're going to angle that front foot in about 25 degrees. There you go. Good. Good. Try to keep your whole body stationary and in your stance until the arrow hits the target, alright?
Okay.
Good. Alright, that looked nice. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Range is cold.
Oh. Won't go.
Do you ever hit your elbow?
No.
Okay. Because I am seeing that with your arm, it's supposed to have a little bit of bend in it. Because what happens when you lock it is this part of your elbow comes out, and then the bowstring will sometimes get hit.
Okay.
Now you're not close enough to the boat right now, where that's really going to be much of a factor. But eventually, you're going to have to make sure you have that little bit of bend. Yeah. So it's still straight. It's just not hyperextended.
Okay.
It's a little bit of difference. It's super weird. I have it really bad. It's this spot right here. So if it's here, goes there. Yeah. I get hit a lot when I do that. Blue one is actually taken.
Yeah, that's yours.
It's the same arrow.
I actually have deer that come through here all the time.
Oh, really?
So my neighbor used to bow hunt back here.
Okay. So, I'm assuming you went to college and you have played this game.
Deer pond?
Oh, yeah. I play this game with kids occasionally. I don't tell them what it really is, but some of them do get it.
Preparing them for college.
We always gotta do a little game at the end. Something interesting. better.
Yeah.
Alright. So that is it, you know. Yeah, man. First day of instructions. Not doing too bad, at least I hit the target, you know. 3 in one cup. And you know it take practice. Alright? So I said I have 5 more classes to go. So stay with me and see the progress. Hopefully I get better. Alright? Until the next lesson and the next class, I will see you guys. Alright? Stay tuned. Robin Stone coming to a neighborhood near you. See you the next time.